Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. In today's video we're taking a look at this drill set that I have here from Stroton. So this drill set is a special drill set, but they are hardened, and I use them to drill out the laser pry bar head and the 3/8 drive knuckle bar that are made from hardened steel when I wanted to modify them to put magnets in them so that I could make them work together better. Could have drilled them out with a standard HSS drill, but it is hard work, very easy to blunt them off. So you have a couple of types of drill bits that are hardened, and these are an M35, which is 5% cobalt mix, or an M42 type drill bit, which is an 8% cobalt mix, which is what this set falls into. After that you start to get into more exotic materials with tungsten bits and diamond edge bits and stuff like that, which I just didn't need. Didn't want to go out for that kind of cost, so I stuck with an M42 set. And this set here I got from Amazon, and it retails for around about £38 on Amazon. In comparison to the other sets that are available on there, the other M42 sets, they range from around about £28 to £55, depending on the number of drills in the set and also the manufacturer as well. Your name brands, your Bosches, DeWalt's, those kind of people tend to be a higher price anyway, heading up towards the £55. In actual fact, some of the sets were way beyond that when looking at the named brands. So this is kind of a mid-range price set that I got here. In comparison to the M35, they were also a very similar price range, and in comparison to a standard high-speed steel set, you're looking around about £12 to £25 on Amazon. So these do range from about 1.5 times to twice the price of a standard HSS drill bit set. So this set itself from Stroton, as you can see here, comes in this plastic case that kind of emulates the old cantilever cases that you get the HSS drill bits in. It does snap shut on a little tab there, and then you lift it up to open it, and then it lifts up and it gives you access to each individual drill bit. The hinges on here are all pin hinges, even though they're still made out of plastic, they're still kind of emulating a proper pin hinge, so the case should last reasonably well, I would have thought, unlike those with the press seam hinge. They're the ones that seem to tear and break, so hopefully this will stay in good condition. The drill bit itself is a 19-piece drill bit set. You have 1mm all the way up to 10mm in 1/2mm steps, which suited the work that I needed to do. As well as having them in an actual set, you can also buy replacement drill bits from Stroton as well, but they tend to be in packs, so it's like a pack of 3 5mm drill bits or a pack of 2 10mm drill bits, something like that. Although I did notice you can go for an 11mm and a 12mm in single bit sizes as well, but you don't get those two sizes in a set. So this set is slightly different in that they are a stepped design on the cutting edge. I don't know how well I'll be able to show this. Might have to take some pickies, depending on whether the camera will focus or not. Perhaps see a little bit of a step region in there. I'll put a photo up. That's as opposed to the normal straight edge that you see on the cutting edge of a drill bit. I have no idea if that makes any difference or not. Obviously Stroton say that it's a better design, but for me it drilled the hole. That's all I can tell you really. I wouldn't know whether it drilled it any better or any easier than a standard shaped drill head. The step region as well is also from 3.5mm all the way up to 10mm. They're the ones that have the stepped edge. Your drill bits below that are just a standard straight edge. Downside to these drill bits, with regard to the stepped edge, that will make them quite awkward to actually sharpen if you ever had to, unless you just ground off the steps themselves. If you hand sharpen with a diamond file or something like that, then you might retain the step region. I don't know. It probably would take quite a bit of finesse to be able to do it and keep it as a good cutting edge and an even cutting edge, I would have thought. So the likelihood is if you blunt these off, you would grind off the step region and just have it as a standard drill bit. However, within this little kit you do have this card here. On the back of this card there are some instructions on the use of them. These Cobalt drill bits, you tend to keep them at a slower speed then you do a standard HSS set, lubrication and drilling of the pilot hole, which is generally for standard drill bits anyway. You'd still do the same for that. Downside to these drill bits, they are harder, but with them being harder, that makes them more brittle. In actual fact, when I was drilling out, or trying to drill out the 3/8 drive head, I tried to drill out the little ball. These are kind of pinged in, so I tried to put the drill through that and push the ball back in on the spring and drill out the little peening so that I could take the ball straight out. Unfortunately, when I did that, it chattered and shot off to one side, and it did actually damage the surface on or the cutting edge I should say, on this 5mm drill bit. I put up a picture from the microscope and you can see hopefully that it's not much damage to the cutting edge at all, but it's enough to blunt this right off, and this hardly drills at all now. And that's the problem with these hardened drill bits. More of a problem with M42 than it is with M35, which is harder than HSS, not quite as hard as M42, and henceforth not quite as brittle. But you just pays your money and takes your choice, don't you, as to what drill set you opt for. Having said all of that, they have this warranty card from Stroton, so that if you damage a drill bit, or indeed the case itself, they will provide replacements free of charge. So I thought I would give that a go. You've got the instructions on here. You have to go back to the Amazon store page where you purchased this from and contact Stroton through that, so I presume they know you've got a verified purchase then, which I did. Dropped them a message saying I've damaged the 5mm, can you send a replacement 5mm drill bit? And they did respond with about 4ish hours I think, and said yeah fine, send us your contact details, send a replacement through for you. Did that, and then they responded and said thanks very much, we don't have the 5mm drill bits in stock, so we're sending you a complete set as a replacement. And sure enough, a complete set arrived a couple of days later to replace the blunt drill, which is pretty good customer service really. Probably also shows you how cheap these things are to produce as well. So this is how it comes to you, in a cardboard box, and then exactly the same case it does come in a bubble wrap, so that protects the case in transit a little bit better. And then I have exactly the same set here. Open him up, exactly the same warranty card inside, same case. The drills, when they arrive, they are padded out with this little foam pieces there to keep them safe. And then I have a complete set of replacement drills for the one that I damaged. So yeah, full marks to Stroton. They do appear to honour their warranty, so fair play to them. So that was just a quick little video just to show you these drill bit set that I purchased, and more just to show you that the warranty from Stroton does work. So thanks very much for watching, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you again in the next one.